Alright, I'm going to be doing some Penumbra plus Wormkin action today. I was inspired because I saw somebody struggling with this combo. And they lost like, I don't know, 20-something times before they beat it. Which, I'm going to give a little tough love here. It really shouldn't be too hard of a combo. There's a lot of synergy between these clans, and Penumbra is a good champion, contrary to popular belief. Plus, it has a guaranteed good path, because Glutton is always good, but Architect is pretty good with this Wormkin as well, because a Wormkin likes a wide floor. So we'll just sort of go through it and see what's offered. Echo the Time Father, okay, one of the more reasonable pyres, but also one of the weaker pyres. Dominion, Spiked Mass, and Revenge. Revenge is the toughest of those, but that's okay. We're starting with Crucible Warden, which is a good Ring 1 card, but could be a little bit at odds with the, if we go Glutton. So we actually almost hope that it doesn't offer us Glutton, so we don't have to make that choice, and we just have an easy Architect here. We are given Glutton. I think we take it. I mean, Crucible Warden is not that good of a unit to build around, in my opinion. It is solid in the first couple rings, but does lose its use, whereas Glutton will always be scaling very well. Ooh, that is really good. Definitely taking the Entumbra here, no question about it. Easy trial for what we got. So, probably want to finish with the Penumbra, because the Warden, Forsaken Few, I can't, it might not matter here, but just heuristically in the first ring, I don't think it will matter for this fight, but a lot of times you'll have that like second wave where there's like a spike tank that's at 25 total HP, and then the 60 HP tank, so you want the lower attack guy to kill the first tank, and then the higher attack guy to kill the second tank. Alright, we might as well just do all of that. The other option, yeah, there really is no other option here, because we can't play Proclamation. Might as well double up the stuff there, though I should... Probably won't matter here. We should do this, though. We do need to get it to 25 attacks so that we can kill the... I think it actually does matter in this fight. That second wave has exactly the situation I'm talking about, where it's... Oh, no, never mind. Yeah, right. It doesn't matter for this fight. But in a lot of the other fights, you would have this second wave would be a tank with the other tank in front. So, just something to keep in mind. Really doesn't matter what we do here, because we are just sort of going to win. So that's dying. This guy will die to the tank. Let's go ahead and just take one of them out then. Let's get some echoes on this floor as well. Give you some of that. Give you some of that. Gonna feed this guy at this point. I don't think we'll find a better use of that. I'm just freezing it so I don't have to redraw it. Okay. Oh, he's just dying here. Perfect. Pink Space Prism. Now, with Wormkin secondary, pink cards may not be that important depending on what you think you're going to end up with. So, a nice advantage of Penumbra, which a lot of champs don't have this advantage, is that I am free to go to the Merchant of Magic or the Merchant of Steel in the first ring. in most cases. And definitely here when we also have the Crucible Collector, like, I definitely don't have to go to this Merchant of Steel. So if we think we're going to this Merchant of Magic, that's an additional Wormkin banner. But for sure, this one is pretty likely. I don't know. Arms is okay. But I think there's... I don't know. We'll say that there's not a 100% chance that I even get any Wormkin banner, right? But there is an okay chance that I get one or two. And then, of course, maybe at the Flesh Weaver reward, we might get one. Could get a late Wormkin all the way up here, but that's hard to build around. So I don't know. Just evaluating how important it is for me to take a pink card, right? Because if I have Shard Soul Carver, if I have Eggs, if I have Keeper of Echoes, then I really want pink cards. I could also argue that Space Prism is potentially just the better card here. You know, making of the Immortal Trade, these are fine cards. But Immortal Trade, very unnecessary, I would say. It could be an okay thing into Dominion, I guess, but Damage Shield is better there. In most cases. Granted, we are not guaranteed to get Damage Shield, but it's just... yeah. The other thing is, even if we don't get a Wormkin banner, pink is still potentially useful. You know, if we have cards like Shelter that come up, or Extract cards, these are all good reasons to have pink. So I think we will skew toward the Space Prism here, because it's pretty even. You know, if anything, this means I can get extra morsels gorged. If we are going mainly Umbra. And here's a great example. You know, we get the a pink Shelter offered. Granted, Revenge of the Damned is pretty good removal as well, but I think between the Entumber Assaults and Fractures, and to some... we also have the Proclamation, which also does want pink cards. We can make use of that. If we never end up with the Wormkin banner, Proclamation is still a good reason to have extra pink cards, but Shelter is also another reason to have pink cards, and I think we take it here. We can always find Revenge of the Damned later if need be. There's a lot of removal options available to Wormkin, so I'm not in any rush to get them when I already kind of have some. So right now we do have Consumer Move is a good upgrade. Double Stack is maybe not so good unless I already pair it with a Consumer Move for Shelter. So, I don't know. The magic doesn't look amazing to me. Spell damage on the Entumber Assault's okay. Of course, an Umbra banner unit right now is a little awkward too when we already have the Gorge Penumbra. The only Umbra banner units we would want would be a Morsel Maker or a Morsel Master. Also, like the Crucible Warden, it's just not like... It can take Multi-Strike and Dualism decently well. So I think we still move toward the right. Neither Merchant is clearly very good to us. Or, you know, none of them are better than the other. And a Wormkin banner is, at this point, I think, going to be more useful than an Umbra one, because we're already feeding Gorgeous to Penumbra, and it limits what could be good here. You know, the other option is we aren't offered Morsel Maker or Morsel Master, then it's going to be like Crucible Collector, Crucible Warden, or Alloyed Constrict, or Shadow Eater. Shadow Eater would be the best choice of those, but again, even with the Abandoned Entumbra, that does mean we're maybe not scaling the Gorge Penumbra as much. Keep in mind with the Space Prism, we even have more morsels that can go there. So I think we go to the right. Alright, Permafrost and Holy Stone, definitely not exactly what we're looking for. Ooh, interesting. Alright, both of these guys like Echoes. Man. Glugsider certainly is something. But Keeper of Echoes is just like my favorite unit in the game. One of them. Glug is fun too, but like, why do you gotta put it up against a Keeper of Echoes? This is like such a... I mean, this is such a nice game plan, honestly, because we can run a 3-floor setup where we do all of our Inspires on the Keeper of Echoes floor, and we can even generate the Shade Splitters down there, and then we just throw the stuff up above, and Penumbra cleans up everything, and this floor just sort of is in the trenches doing the dirty work. You could argue that Glug Slider accomplishes this as well. I can kill a tank almost every turn if I build the right deck. Probably every turn, honestly. And it just self-sustains. It's worse into Relentless if I don't put something behind it, which, you know, is hard to do if I don't have a smidge stone. The Keeper of Echoes certainly is not front-loaded, which this combo could lack front-loaded damage sometimes. You know, if I don't end up with a Shroud Spike or something. We definitely want to hit this Trinket, so I don't think we'll hit that Steel. I'm trying to think, like, in vanilla form, if I'm not hitting Steels... Okay, this Steel I'll probably hit. This one looks better than this side. And the final Steel I'll hit. So we'll hit 2 later Steels. But I probably won't hit another Steel, or any Steel, until then. So which one's better in vanilla form? I don't know. And where's my dupes? My dupes are here, which is prior to Immersion of Steel. I mean, I could reach for the Steel if I want to, but giving up a Trinkets with Wormkin is not advised. I mean, it is if it's opposite a dupe, but this is opposite an Umbra Banner, Money, and Immersion of Steel. Like, this is much more takeable than this one is. Granted, I mean, this is a good set of nodes. It's a good, you know, Vortex is good, Trinkets is what we're looking at, Armory's alright, but I don't know, Merchant of Magic with the Imperial probably wins here. The late Wormkin Banner is probably not that useful in a lot of cases, but if it is a Keeper of Echoes, even vanilla, we probably take it. Yeah, I think that the thing I'm also evaluating here, I guess, is based on dupes and, I don't know, Wormkin Banners and whatnot. Keeper of Echoes as a one-off unit is not really worth it, in my opinion. You really need 2 to 3 of these on a floor, ideally 3, and once you get 3, then you're rolling. I think we might just do the Glug Cider. I think it's actually a little awkward to get Keeper of Echoes going here. We can definitely roll with the Glug Cider. We'll need to be on the lookout for some AoE options for sure. We are lacking in that potentially. So, I don't know. Do we re-roll here? We're re-rolling mainly for consume remove. It's a lot of money to speculate on that. But if anything, I can just put a +10 on Entumbra Assault. Do I want to Surge Stone one of them as well? If I do that and I re-roll, I might not be able to afford the shit that comes out of it. So I don't think so. I think it's worth the 2 out of 5 chance here to get Consume Remove on the re-roll. If not, double stack is acceptable. It's definitely better than these upgrades. Alright, well, we get double stack. I'll do it maybe at a future one we can Consume Remove, or maybe we can just get Consume Return with a Room or Broken Memories or Wormkin Etchings. All of these are acceptable. Could also put damage on the proc, but we don't need that damage right now. The Entumbra Assault is better served. Alright, so I think we put Glug on the very bottom. And we probably won't be able to eat first turn, but we'll see. Be pretty unlikely. Alright, conundrum time. Do we want to do this so I get pink on this floor? I don't think Glug Cider is that important for this battle, really. But I also didn't see if it was Spike's boss or the other boss. If it's Spike's boss, putting a Spirit Steward here sucks, but if it's the other boss, putting Spirit Steward here is like kind of god tier. Well, let's try it. If anything, we'll just keep feeding this guy. Probably won't get a better Echo of the Time Father than this, honestly, unless I want to do the Shelter. We can wait for Shelter, I guess. Shelter would allow me to have this, even if it's Spear, you know, whatchamacallit boss. Damn. Looks like there's no way. See, had I frozen the Fracture, I could have killed that. Now there's not really any way I can do it unless I roll into another Shade Splitter here that can attack. If I can get one that can attack, then we could Proclamation this. Doesn't mean I need to commit my Echoes here. I can't eat down here anyway, so I might as well. Alright. We did not get it, unfortunately. Either way, this is probably still the call here. And, you know, it is what it is. Just have to live with that. I'm gonna freeze this proc. May end up needing it to mitigate some damage here. It is Spike's boss. We didn't even draw a Shelter, so good thing we invested in that. I can definitely proc up top. We should. Can kill that with this. Unfortunately, I don't have an Echo here, so that won't happen. We could just throw this away by doing this. That's fine. So yeah, Glugged Cider definitely was not better than a Keeper of Echoes, I think. But we'll maybe, if I can get lucky here and get like a. Ideally, I would get the Bounding Echoes. Maybe would be the best call here. I guess we'll see. Alright, we'll give this guy the non-attacking morsels. Give you the attacking ones. I guess we'll still just give him this. And that should finish him off here. Showing up right on time as ever is this Shelter. Alright, all in all, it could have been worse, but I definitely wish I would have killed that Collector. If I could do it over again, I knew I should have just. That's the thing with the Echo of the Time Father. It's honestly kind of a pretty high skill ceiling pyre, and you're not getting the value out of it unless you're making the right plays, and I didn't make the right plays, you know. A lot of times the right play is something that doesn't seem that good, just simply freezing a Fracture. And if I would have been thinking more along the lines of like, oh, a Collector obviously comes up next turn, I should guarantee that I have the Fracture, then that would have been an obvious play to make. But I didn't think along those lines, which is a misplay. And that's kind of how you need to evaluate your runs. You can't be like, oh, Umbra sucks, Wormkin sucks. No, you suck because you made the wrong fucking play. AKA me here, right? But, you know, it's recognizing those plays and trying to not make the same mistake twice that will make you better instead of just complaining about a clan being weak when they're not weak. Rant over. Okay, 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright, yeah, I'm back. But yeah, it's like, you know, I get annoyed at these things because it's like I see myself in them. It's like that's how I used to be when I was younger. Like, I remember first card game I really got into was Hearthstone, and I would always complain about so many, things, balance, whatnot. When really, and more importantly, just so many times blaming losses on luck. When in reality, it's like, it's actually funny. It wasn't until when I very first started YouTube. It was way back in the day, and I literally started making Hearthstone videos because I had started to get matched at the time against the higher legend players, so I was like, oh, maybe I can kind of brag to some friends and whatnot. But I also wanted to complain to my friends that I had really bad luck, as if anybody somehow has different luck than anyone else, right? And so I would record my games, and I would lose, and I'd be like, man, that was such bullshit RNG, right? Good thing I got it on camera. And then I would get ready to upload it, and I'm reviewing the video, and I'm just looking at how I'm playing, and I'm like, oh god, what did I do there? It's you start seeing the misplays that you make when you actually review your footage, and then you're almost okay, I don't even want to put this video up because I'm embarrassed about how bad I played, right? So I don't know, just a tangent, but it's when I see people complaining about anything being weak, I'm it can be valid. I'm not saying it can't be valid, but I'm saying most of the time it's just because they don't know how to play the shit. And instead of learning to play or asking for advice on how to play, they just say something sucks. And again, I don't even know if the person that was struggling with this combo had that mindset. I'm just saying in general, right? Because I know I shouldn't, but I keep visiting the Steam forums, and I see all these ridiculous posts, and I'm just god damn, dude. Noobs all around. Anyway, so maybe this is a skip. I don't know. The Mortal Trade's okay. Does come at the cost of a Calcified Ember. I mean, between the Shade Splitters and the Abandoned Umbra, a lot of times I can counteract this Ember Drain downside, even if we know we're not getting Perils now, so that's out of the question. It's only really useful right now on Penumbra, and even then, I could argue just taking a pack morsels might be better, because a lot of time this is going to get you a lifesteal anyway, and I won't have to get Ember Drain. I think I'll just take the pack morsels. Okay, these are not really what I wanted to see here, but the Bogfly I could work with. It goes behind Glug Slider decently well. I mean, it definitely has anti-synergy with the fact that I have to extract to kill stuff, but right now I'm not really using that extract function, I don't think. Especially because we didn't really get offered good cards to spam echoes. The other option is Soul Cripple, which is a good removal card, but it's not pink, and we already have Consume Remove, probably would be better on Shelter, so it's not even necessarily much upside if I go to Merchant of Magic. I think we just take the Bogfly. It'll be flexible on what I can do with it, at least. Not entirely sure what the best route here is. If I go to the right, I can't even reroll. I mean, I can't reroll here either. So is a Wormkin banner... If I go for the Wormkin banner, to some degree, we are saying we give up on one of the Glug Slider or the Warden in a lot of cases. But I could also argue that this deck so far is just not really lending itself to Wormkin. I think we have more upside on the left, especially because Consume Move is the only upgrade that's good. I can't reroll. If I go left, the health is alright. It's not that good since we want to hit the trinkets anyway, but if I go left and there's nothing good at this Merchant of Arms on the first view, we just don't buy anything, and then at least I can get my health back and hit this alcove. If I go to the right, it's I could just fully brick even. It's it could just be -2 and Consume and then a Surge Stone, both of which I don't really want anyway, so even the small upgrades may not be good. I think we just go left. Keep in mind, there's like all of the clan-specific equipment and rooms for these clans would be good for me to find here. Okay, diadem's takeable. I mean, that's like, I can put that on Glug Cider, and now I can actually fit something else onto that floor potentially. The other thing I could take is Spell Sanctum. We'll look here though. I don't need, if it's a graft event, I don't care that much about a diadem. Interesting. Weird. Definitely not anything that good for that here. Honestly, I could just put it on the fly. He already flies, but at least I could fly without needing an echo, I guess. Or without needing to use an echo, and then I just get some stats on it. And I guess we could YOLO this thing. Let's go deeper. You bastard, come on. Well, should've just took it. You know what, it's not, I feel like going deep there is fine, because it's like, I'm not really benefiting from any of those things. Well, this was pretty bad. I will take this, I think. I may as well deploy it as well. I don't know, it's like, this trinkets though. I kind of want to save the money for the trinkets. It's really not that important. I think that I may not even, it just might not be that relevant that I have this diadem. I mean, I can put it on the penumbra if anything, but I don't need it to be, you know, whatever. So for this fight, we might want to top floor the Crucible Warden, since this guy has so much incoming damage that I think it would kill my penumbra in a lot of cases. So let's go up there, go like that, I think. Could have actually even just put the, whatchamacallit there. Alright, we do want to hit Proclamation here. I'm one short of being able to just eat the unit, but that's okay. We'll, do we save the shelter? I don't know that it'll be like that useful to me. I could put it here. We're hitting him twice, so he'll lose 4 attack. That still does one-shot this guy. If I do that, it makes him survive. Yeah, we don't need the shelter here. Of course, if this guy... Ah, shit, it doesn't kill that. Yeah, whatever. Ah, that fucking guy died. Okay, so... This is fine. We will, we're gonna do it like this. So... I need to block 2 of these hits. Yeah, we can do it like this. So we're gonna go... That way I can eat both of these. Put that there so that this lives. Rough fight so far. I mean, to be fair, the Keeper of Echoes would suck here, too. It's like... Alright, we just need to block 1 morsel up top, then we can hit him for 20. That should be enough, right? I need to hit him for 10, actually. Oh, we'll see if I get enough. Yeah, just double there is fine, so... May want extra energy next turn, I don't know. We also need to make sure that we're using Echo the Time Father correctly here. That kills that. Need to draw. I don't think I need to freeze that. Yeah, Glug Slider is... I mean, to be fair, we're low rolling our ass off on the card drafts. Like, it's been, and that's unfortunately something that can always happen with Wormkin. But okay, this guy is back at a very inopportune time. I mean, to some degree, I can just give up on Crucible Warden if we think we just need to do all of this with the Penumbra. The thing is, the Crucible Warden, I feel, counters this guy a little bit better with his ridiculous attack number, and we're not going to be able to get his attack down that much unless I could get him a fracture on him, but if I do this, he still dies unless I put that in front. I could eat a tank, but I feel like at this point, I don't even know if it's that useful. I do need to kill that guy. These both will hit my pyre for a lot if I let them through here. Alright, all I need to do is do that and it kills that. That might be good enough there. Could do that. Doesn't kill that because this guy dies unresolved, but we still probably want to get that damage shield back. At least now I can kill a tank if I want. I don't even want to kill this one here, I think. I think we want to do this. This is fine. Alright, we got Entumbra Assault. Can we get a... Yum. I want an attacking morsel here. I guess we can just do that. Alright, let's feed this guy, I think. He is our best bet at this point. .23 attack is going to be a problem. If I can get some attack onto this guy, that might be good. Let's just get one there. I think we'll feed this guy otherwise. Let's see how much damage we can do here. We might be able to determine. So it's about half damage here. We'll get a lot more if we do this. Oh, okay, he's dead. He is dead. We can just do this even. Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, so rough fight, but we got through it. Hopefully we can get some power here. The rares are very good for these clans. It's pretty hard to miss, but you never know. Okay, pink blazing bolts. Certainly these are not the rares I had in mind when I said, you know, good rares, but they're takeable. If we take the etchings, we're getting back pack morsels, shelter, space prism, and potentially a surge stone and Entumbra Assault. Is that a good turn? Is it good to have pink space prism, pink shelter, and a non-pink pack morsels. Granted, we're not guaranteed to have that. We have to have played those before we find this. It's not that good of an etchings, I guess, when I think about it that way. And obviously, if we can't hardly extract 4, how are we going to extract 5? You could still speculatively take it, but without Abounding Echoes, I think we just take this Blazing Bolts. It's fine. It is removal. Okay, we could take the Keeper here. A floor with Keeper and Glug is acceptable. We can technically make it work after we play the Space Prism. I'm definitely not taking a pip upgrade. Also, I could make the Exile's Diadem intrinsic. That would be another option. For now, I'm just going to take it, though. I think it's definitely good. I mean, we could take the First of Kin as well, but if we want just front-loaded stats. But I think we're past the point in the game where the 45 attack... I mean, I don't know. It doesn't fit onto any floor that well. I don't have that much etch. But certainly 45 attack. When I compare it, it's like, well, I'm going to have to inspire 20 times to match that attack on the Keeper of Echoes. So the Keeper of Echoes is definitely not better than the First of Kin at the moment in that regard. But I could even just put it with the Crucible Warden in some cases, or if I Exile's Diadem the Penumbra, I could put it with the Penumbra even. You know, these things are acceptable. It could be okay just with the Glug Slider. I think we take it. There's just more upside with it. Now, I don't know on this. Like, I almost feel like a draw upgrade might beat out Ember here. I don't know. There's probably enough doubt that I just take Ember, but especially with the Blazing Bolts now. I think we are still going to try to hit this Trinkets. I'm going to take Ember, just because there's enough doubt to me right now that I think when you're in doubt, just take the Ember at the first one. And then the second one, you can take Draw. Then I immediately get that Pyre Stone. But yeah, Fossilized Fangs, absolutely, we'll take that. That's a huge upgrade. Probably should have checked this first, but whatever. Alright, these are not the spikes I'm necessarily looking for, but Lazarus Spike is always usually going to be good. Alright, give me 1 second, I'll be right back. Alright, so, yeah, I mean, out of these, I really don't see any reason to take Spikeless Stygian or Coven Spike. Both those just aren't that good of cards, but Lazarus League is just a very good card. None of them really have any particular synergy with me. I have 3 spell damage cards. That's not enough to care about Conduit. I guess we got the Proclamation as well, but again, it's just not going to be that good. It's usable, but this is just so good. This gives me so much leeway, especially into something like Dominion. This gives me a lot of leeway. Because it's like I can survive a few deaths, so to speak, and then just lifesteal back in a lot of cases. So yeah, honestly, pretty good. Let's get rid of Shield Steward. They're just unplayable for me. And really no reason to flex out of Glutton. Sometimes it makes sense if you have a Shroud Spike to do Trample Flex, but without a Shroud Spike I would never do the Trample Flex most of the time, unless I have a way to hyperscale that damage already. Drawing -1 does suck, but I need the money, and at least it's the easiest of these bosses. Penumbra should clean this up. We'll go very top with Penumbra, even though they get the Titan skin. I do need as many turns as possible to get that guy going. So, Glug Cider here would be ideal. Maybe I should have put him mid, I don't know. Too late to think about that now. Do we want to put the Keeper here? I think we do. It actually makes sense to do it in that way. We want to feed this guy with the damage, feed you with the life, with that stuff. 2 more echoes and I can eat. Alright. Put that there. Give this guy some damage, I guess. That kills that as well. Give you a life. That. Perfect. Alright. Blazing Bolts. I do want to play this. We could freeze a card here. Do we care to try to eat another unit? I mean, I could just Proclamation this. That's probably fine. Yeah, that's fine. Freeze that. Oh, is that guy... Shit, he's living. Well, whatever. Hit me once. Don't know if there's... I could have Proclamation that. I think it's fine just to get everything else taken care of here. I need to be able to feed one more morsel here. I don't think we're going to need to eat again. I don't know, maybe we do. I think we'd rather get some echoes up here and just inspire here. Maybe. Could do that. Could do this. I mean, I'm not really gonna feed at this point when you're past pack morsels, so like having this up here is acceptable. Especially if I have to like take this tank out with it. Oh, these guys are doing so little damage here that it's like literally not even damaging them. Oh, it is what it is. He'll kill the tank. He'll kill that thing. We should be good to go here. Could eat this tank here. Yeah, if that's dying, this would die next turn anyway. I think that's fine. And if this guy is not going to do any damage, tempted just to fly him to a different floor. Like this floor, for example. Oh, well, I can't fly him. Never mind. Alright, we got this spike if we want it. I don't think we need it. 323. I mean, that guy's gonna kill that, so we definitely should just get rid of that. Should be good enough. Oop. Now it's just flying all over. And you are dead. Now you see, by the way, granted, yeah, we picked up the fossilized fangs, but no shroud spike, no shroud mitosis needed. I mean, I suppose you could just get absolutely nothing for morsels, but, you know, if you're getting absolutely nothing for morsels, you're getting something for something else, right? Umbra Stone. That's absolutely the call here. That on our Penumbra is big time good. Yeah, I think we can take the flat AoE. It just sucks it's not pink and it doesn't come with a calcified ember, but this is really good for us. It's not as needed when we have the trample, of course, but it's still going to be good. It's a good card. Definitely going to the right here. If anything, I want plus damage on the AoE, not in Surge Stone form, though. I could Freeze Stone the Spike. I don't know. Let's see what this is. Another Keeper. Too late for me to build on the Kinhost. This is why I don't really like the late manners, but yeah, it is what it is. Keeper, I don't know. We just don't have a Wormkin enough deck for me to care about that. I can't even hardly get this Glug Slider to eat, so I think we just skip these. We're giving up on the Keeper. The Keeper still just will go down, I guess, but yeah. 1 second. Alright, so I could combo Freeze Stone and Amberstone to make something cost 2 less, so that would be best probably on the Blazing Bolts or the Resonance, but I don't know. I don't think that's a good use of my money to Permafrost here. Permafrost with the Echo the Time Father just doesn't seem needed. Plus, there's so many good things I can re-roll for 4 here. I will make this cost less, I think. Blazing Bolts is just not as important right now. I could even Surge Stone it. But maybe one of these is a better Surge Stone at this point. Still not caring about Holy Stone either. It's like, alright, that is what we want. Now, to be honest, between Spike and Shelter, I don't know. Probably a Spike because I can pair it with the -2 here. Or I could make the Blazing Bolts cost 1, but this the defense has now been solved in a huge way. Relentless, it's good for Relentless, it's just really good. I might as well use all this money, right? We'll go to the Steel, but the Steel is not that important. Our banner units are not... Like Penumbra is the game plan here. Spell Chain... here, I guess, is okay. Yeah. Put 10 there. So that way I don't even need pink for that to kill most of stuff. But even just 1 pink is 18 damage. That kills almost everything. 2 pink kills everything. Or 3 would kill the Scourge Shuffler. I think we're good with that. This was a good shot. Now, it might be overkill to dupe this Spike. But at the same time, I think it's the call. Is it? Might be better to dupe the Ancient Resonance. Yeah, I'm going to dupe this though, just for the value of it. Alright, easy boss, easy trial. Definitely the troop could pose some issues potentially, but we'll see. I don't think so. As much as I want to play this Blazing Bolts, we gotta play this. I can't afford to redraw all the way back into that. I can just freeze this Blazing Bolts, that's fine. You want to go heavy on the damage up above there? I guess we can do this here. Do that. The very back. freeze that. I'll do this one. Yeah, maybe I should have thought more about just doing that. Well, that turn sucked. I don't know that I did that turn the best. I mean, I can't even Timber Assault my own guy. It's rough. It's the punish, I guess, for not increasing the damage on that Timber Assault. This is where now if this was the duped Ancient Resonance, it would have been infinitely better here. I think I may have made a mistake by doing that, but okay. We'll just roll with this for now. We really have gotten like such a low roll though on the draw order here. Like every single Shade Splitter we did not draw within 3 fucking turns, and yeah, that's pretty shite. And then not even the upgraded Timber Assault. Pretty bullshit, but what are you gonna do? We're in a pretty rough spot here. I don't have great ways to deal with this. If I draw Resonance, that's my best option coming up, but it's not even that good. I don't even know if, like... I can't even kill this, right? It's 8 damage. It's technically a kill here. I would really like to get the, this thing, though. Yeah, these definitely hurt the pyre, but could also just get some echoes up above if it is the 1 out of 3 to draw Resonance here. I think we do want to kill this. We're in kind of a rough spot here. Could have also, yeah, let's do this. It's not really necessarily doing anything, but we'll see. Alright, we do get Resonance. I don't even know if it helps me that much to do that, though. I mean, we'll do it. I could have got more damage, but I don't want to sap myself too much here. Could eat this. This guy will do an okay job here. I think we just want to damage this. Yeah, we're just going to take a shitload of damage there. There's not much I can do against that. I'm just going to do this here. That'll hopefully be the last damage we take here. Alright, so we do have some backliners here we gotta take care of. Trample, unfortunately, does not take care of the Reanimate. But that guy will at least get killed, and if I can get a damaging morsel, that's all I need here. Unfortunately, I'm short here. I could maybe get echoes for the next turn. Here, it's negative to do that. I'm not going to be able to draw a proc here, but I could get a fly. I think we just do it here then. Prep for a potential eat. We do not get a fucking attacking morsel. I mean, this is a pretty low roll fight, but I don't know. What are you going to do? Can't do much in these situations necessarily. 59. This is unfortunately just a little bit short of being able to do anything here, so I think we just eat morsels. Pyre health will be important. Alright, I got the fly if I need it. We got this, so we're good there at least. We could eat this. At least there's that. Alright, so they're all taken care of. This guy's got 2 reanimate on that amount of stats. That's going to kill that. So we just got to, I think, focus on... Here, why don't we go like this? That's good. Yeah, we should be good to go from here on out, I think. Definitely made a mistake, though, by duping this. That was a pretty stupid play. Stupid? Yes. Idiotic? Yes. Titan skin will be down. I feel like I have so many calcified embers in this deck. Alright, so the spike is absolutely useless to me in terms of clearing the waves, so this is where you can evaluate your play and be like, well, I fucked up. I think we definitely take the grovel here. One sec, I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. So Cave-In could be something we would use had we gone the Keeper of Echoes route. But we're not really going into that here. So once again, I mean, you know, every run has some sort of power, but I gotta say overall this has been pretty cursed, especially in terms of the pink stuff that's been offered. But I think we just take grovel here. We've been a little light on morsels. The other fights, we had to kind of do some desperate stuff there. Normally I'm going to have more space on the Penumbra floor to feed it stuff, so I think that will be good. Okay, these are much better choices. Of course the pink card is the worst one, but it still is technically usable. You know, I could use that on the Glug Slider floor, and it guarantees that I kill something that turn, which might be good. One second. Okay. Pretty sure I take Resonance here, though. Like, especially in the Dominion. I don't know. Soul Siphon could be good. Dominion doesn't really have a problem with tanks, though. And theoretically, if I'm not just getting pummeled, I should generally be able to scale up my Penumbra to kill tanks. It's yet another calcified ember. Return Soul's not great here, but it's usable. It is usable, but maybe less needed when I'm Echo of the Time Father. Tough choice. Soul Siphon is good with the Glug Slider, but outside of that, not really that needed. I think we should take this. We go either way here. Pyramanes has become more important. Granted, we are getting Pyramanes at both of these, so less important unless we think we're just about to die. If I go left, removals are good. We definitely got to get rid of a lot of cards in this deck, would help. Also, like, I don't know, Armory and Arms, they might be okay here. Like, if I can get a Glutton Maw, if I can get... I suppose the Wormkin stuff goes down in value a little bit, but the Echo Room or the Consume Return Room would be acceptable. Health would still be nice. If I go Lift, it's like... Merchant of Steel is pretty bad here. Like, I really just have nothing for it. So the removals is the only really thing I'm getting there, which, I don't know. It's good, but is it actually more impactful than just getting some actual good rooms? Yeah, I am actually kind of feeling the right here. Uh-oh, I went off the screen real quick. Okay, good. It's not the end of the world either way I end up here. There's stuff on either side, but yeah, I mean, if you think about it, like, all of the clan-specific stuff is good. Problem is that all the clan-specific stuff is mostly rare. So... But that doesn't mean much for Merchant of Arms or Armory. Like, it's actually a decent chance that you find rares. Where's the fucking clan? Oh yeah, right here. So Glutton Maw obviously is great. I suppose, it is 2 Ember Drain for the Wormkin one. I guess there's Ambient Charge as well, which is not good for us, but, Forgotten Trade would be acceptable. If I put that on the, Glug Cider, then I'm able to eat a tank every turn. So I would take it, even though the Ember Drain sucks. Also, just deploying my equipment that I already have is probably equally as good as a removal, so I think we definitely go to the right. And of course the rooms, I think either room would be good. Echo Bloom is not as good as you'd think in this scenario, just because I can't make that much use of the extra echoes, but at the very least it is killing a tank if I put it on the Glug Slider floor. So it's not that good, but it's usable. The Chamber Recall would be the better one here. And then Umbra would be Space, which I guess it could also be Engine Upgrade, but we'd probably just put Engine Upgrade with a Glug Cider if we take that. Crucible Extension is not that necessary here, but it would be something I could take. And then the neutrals, you know, take it or leave it, could be good. I think we go to the right. Right, Inferno Room. That takes care of so many problems here. That takes care of so many problems. Alright, we're taking that for sure. Ooh, that's tough. We got a pink. One of these. Probably won't take that. The only question now is, so we're throwing away one of these rooms. I don't have to. I mean, I could maybe keep Glug Cider alive still in the bottom. You know, I inspire 10 health. As long as I'm inspiring... I'm not going to inspire 5 times each turn. So he's most likely dead. Boiler Room would be good if I had X costs that I needed, like a Shroud Spike or something. The Spike of the League is like, we're already good on defense. I still regret the dupe on it. I don't regret making the card, but duping it, we only needed one of them. Let's put it that way. And I don't think the Boiler Room is like needed for that. Still would be useful. I mean, if I take a drop grade, which I do want to do after this, the Boiler Room becomes better. But I could also just take the Chamber of Recall, and I could be flexible on what I'm getting back. Granted, it still won't be that good, because obviously you want to play the Umbra Stone, and then playing it twice isn't good, so it is potentially too slow of a card, but if I'm getting back Space Prism, I could get double 0-cost pink Inspires, which is okay, but it's not that good. Getting back the Shelter would be good, but it's again not that needed when I have these. Getting back the Pack of Morsels would be actually the best thing, but that's not even that good, so I don't think we take that. It's probably just Boiler Room. And then definitely taking this, and I'm definitely deploying it. I think that's better than the Zone of Silence. Costs less, if anything. That is going to solve so many problems in all of the upcoming fights. And then I could be BT Blade, I guess, if I wanted to, or I could purge a card. We're hitting another arms here. I think it's too late to care that much about the BT Blade. I think I'm definitely okay just getting rid of a Shield Steward. Alright. So, on Revenge... I think because it's on Revenge, I'm slightly tempted to just put the Inferno Room mid and say fuck it to these units, have them die immediately. It's not a fight with haste, so 35 health should survive first attack here. Could also just say, whatever, give them 2 extra Revenges. Because, I don't know. Having the units... Okay, I guess I'm doing that. Thanks, mouse. Alright, I'm going to do this. We're giving them 2 extra Revenges here, I guess. We'll put the lesser health one in front. That way I might not get that Revenge. That might be okay. Actually, this goes at the start of the turn, right? Yeah, so they're not even going to attack. That's fine. This is actually perfect. Yeah, this is good too, because I don't want these... These guys do have haste, so I was wrong. Those guys individually have haste, so this is fine. I think we still want to... I think I'm going to just freeze the both of these, since I can only feed these 2 here, and then I can just get rid of this. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay. Might as well wait on these until I have space extension, ideally. Those Revenges, we don't want to put anything on that. Too bad I can't eat that. I don't want to accidentally click it though, because I feel like it might just eat my coins here. Just get rid of this because we don't need it. Get rid of that because we don't need it. I suppose I'm okay getting health here. I don't mind redrawing the rubber morsel. So I can eat that if I want to. I think I'd rather eat that one. Alright, this is one way to get space. Guess we can just put this here, huh? I don't know. I think I just want to throw this away, honestly. That's fine. So we got 2 spaces here. Might as well save that one then. We'll play this one. You have lifesteal, so I guess this is better served here. Put this here. Pretty sure this guy's gonna wreck these bosses, so I might want to just keep this guy alive. And I can just kill this guy with this, I guess, so we'll just do that. Keep those echoes. Just need 2 echoes to be able to eat this. Which unfortunately I don't even draw. Ay. It is what it is. I could still proc it for some damage, which should allow that to finish it off. It's just unfortunate, like, it never makes sense for me to keep this here. Tell you what, let's do 226, that's enough. We can just let this guy hit us. I might as well keep these echoes. No sense not having them. Is it finally a turn where Timber Assault makes sense to play? I honestly don't even know if it is. It does look like it. Yeah. So... get these in while we can. Throw this away. Put these here. Here's Umberstone. Of course, now that we got all this, we only have this rubber morsel, but that's okay. Save this eat for this guy, I guess. Not that it matters at this point. At this point, there's a point of no return where we've scaled up and nothing can stop us, right? But might as well keep him alive, I guess. All the space and not much to do with it. Here. Give that guy some of that. So once we're through the deck, it does seem like morsel generation's a little iffy. With a draw upgrade, that should help a little bit. This guy no longer has revenge, right? Doesn't look like it. So we're probably okay just to do that. Could eat that. Of course, this is probably just better, right? Doesn't really matter what we do here at this point. We're just winning. You are a dead. Alright. We're getting through it here. Mitosis is pretty good here because we have the Abandon and Tumber. We're always pretty much guaranteed that it hits. Other option is Pink Wormkin Spike, which is just a one and done. It is good, but I don't think it's going to beat out Mitosis. Of course there's a Calcified Ember attached to it, and of course it's not pink. Why wouldn't it be? Definitely draw here. Alright, definitely left, I think. I mean, it's not in... Merchant of Magic would be alright, but yeah, we're just going to go left. Don't need to think about it that much. At this point, Empyrean Wells are definitely the best thing I can get. Echo Vault, I don't love. Go full Glutton for sure. The only question is, I'm not entirely sure what to dupe. What the hell? What happened there? Let me try that again. Oh, I don't know how that happened. Okay, anyway, I mean, I think that Resonance is certainly a safe dupe. One cost, big AoE, but it's... with the Inferno Rim deployable, maybe not the call. Maybe it's Mitosis. Mitosis allows me to scale better. The only time it sucks is when I draw two of them on the same turn, but that's really not that big of a deal. I don't even want to reroll here because the trinket's coming. I may have to skip a trial here. If it's like Mark of Invasion, I think I would still take Mark of Invasion. I don't know that I would skip any trial, actually. But I will deploy this Diadem, I think. It's either that or Boiler Room, but the Diadem allows me to eat more morsels from the get-go, and that's pretty good. So, I do think it's Mitosis. Yeah, I mean, it's just the worst of everything here, but I can at least keep... I mean, Inferno Room will do pretty good work here. I probably need to go Glug bottom, Inferno Room mid though. And hopefully I can take out the amalgams past a certain point. Yeah, let's do that. So this goes mid. You go here. I want that out. I want that out. We'll just throw this away, I guess. Could have also put it up top, maybe. Might have almost made sense. Probably don't need both of these up here. Then again, why not? So that kills 2. I only need the 2 fractures. Would have been nice to get some pink down here, though. Is what it is. So I think we'll do it like this. And hopefully we can... Probably should have even frozen those fractures there, I don't know. Because I'm 1 pink short here of eating this, which is going to cost me some higher health. I guess it's not the end of the world. Can feed 4 more up here so I can do the full set. Yeah, we don't need any more space than that, it looks like. That'll be some good stats. Still might not be good enough to really finish this off. I think we need help with this tank more than the other one. 50, yeah. Looks like we'll be good enough, though. Right, that kills that. Probably no world where I can deal with that. I can get an eat here, though. So we'll just do that. Oh, right. That'll save us some pyre health. So I can just throw this one away. We just want the straight up damage at the moment. So if there is some of these where there might be multi-tank, I'm going to need that for once I get Umberstone. Need good spillover damage. Can't eat this turn, but that's fine. I do want to do this damage here. Do I want it here? I'm gonna do it here. I can get some extra damage here. That's good. I wonder if I could reanimate a morsel and it just keeps eating. Might do it for science. Can't do it before the mitosis, but I can do it after. Right, we can get one of these killed here. Of course, that one's still there. Alright, I'm going to do this for science. Did not work. It's worth a shot. I got not enough pink here to kill a tank, but I got this, so that's good. Still probably want to Shade Splitter here. We're just going to deal with that damage. We are replenishing some higher health coming up, so not the end of the world. Unfortunately, I can eat this tank, so I should. It will give some spikes here to that, but that's okay. I don't think we need to play Ancient Resonance, so I won't put it there. I think I'd rather just get this out of here and probably do this. Yeah, there's no world I can prevent this damage, unfortunately. I still have this. I don't think that's really the turn to use it, though. She'll have a lot of stats, but I can just get a giant one of these off. I'm already killing these. Things are fine. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Just do that. Alright. You are dead. I think we fully heal that. Overcasted Gem Trove, but it's pink. I think we take that. Pink Broken Memories. This Calcified Ember is just going to be the bane of me. I don't think it brings back good enough stuff that I care to take this. I could take the Chamber of Recall, I guess. Could take Soul Siphon. Doesn't matter that it's not pink. It does pretty much the same thing when it's pink or not. And it does mean it equals a tank kill at the cost of just one ember, really. I would just move the fly off if it's there. I think we can take that. I have a 41 card deck. Moment of Truth. Yep, full heal. Nice. There's definitely a deck where Shadow Blocks will play. Mine Horde probably not so good here. Chain of Gems and Shadow Box I'm definitely feeling, though. Chain of Gems might not be that needed. Certainly Shadow Box will be probably okay. Could go Endless on the Glugsider. We might need that for the Titan fight. Might need it for the Titan fight. Just to reduce my HP loss. I don't even think we need to re-roll here. There's just... We aren't relying on these banners other than Glugsider, and Endless is probably the best thing I can get for it. Just trying to think how often this is good. I think we may need it to keep Penumbra alive in the Titan fight sometimes. Alright, Odie's Totem, not really that needed. Serrated Mandibles is okay. Certainly not the great artifacts we're looking for. The only really truly great artifact we got was Fossilized Fangs, and I guess to some degree Entombra. None of the good Wormkin artifacts were offered. But I guess Mandibles is acceptable. Probably just go Endless with this. Might as well give it 3 damage shield or 20 health. I don't know which one's better here. Actually, I think damage shield can go on the fly. I can fly it around and it's flexible then. And then I think the Mandibles, unless we think we need Odie's Totem, I mean, I lose one, essentially just... Essentially, I just lose some potentially irrelevant deployment Ember, but I also just don't need that Ember once I get Boiler Room into play. I think we just take the Mandibles. That'll give me some extra damage in some cases. Really, the main thing is getting Penumbra hyperscaled. So, like, I feel like another mitosis here is maybe the call. I'm not, like, super confident on that, though, but it does seem to be the best card here. Yeah, I think it is just mitosis. Alright. Well, this is a good run. I mean, this is, you know, I talked really confidently at the start of this thinking it would be a really strong run, and of course it's been a bit of a struggle, but to me this is a very low roll run, which if you can beat it if it's a low roll run, then still it has to be an okay combo, right? Alright. We'll give the Chain of Gems to Penumbra here, I think. I think it makes the most sense. That will go there, of course. Gluxider will go here, of course. And we'll just throw that away. Maybe I could have considered putting it up top. I don't think so. We want every single one of these for morsels. Alright, we can do that once. Should have probably put it in front, technically. That definitely would have been the better call. We can do it again. There's not really any huge reason to Blazing Bolts here, and I can just get rid of these two cards. I think that's fine. Get you scaled up as fast as possible, I think would be the good call here. I guess I can't play both of them out, so I'll just save my damage here. Alright, early Ember Stone, we're good there. Do one more, and then we'll do, I think just pure damage for now makes sense. Got to be a little bit careful with the corruption, but I can eventually hopefully get damage shield mitosis, and then I'll be good there. I'll do this for an echo. Might as well put this echo here. Get ready for tank killing eventually. If I want to save some damage here, I could put one of these in front. I don't think we want to, though. I think we want to get every gorge as much as possible here. Could do this instead of extracting. Could also get rid of this. Alright, 1 second. Alright. Do that. Saves on some corruption. Could also just play these here that kill that saves on corruption. Pretty much the same. Kind of want to save these echoes for that anyway. Also gets a little bit more reap here. I guess it's the call. I don't know. It's not really a super clear play either way. Pushes more damage on the boss too. I think it's probably the better call here. If I'm not worried about this, well, if he's dying, I should probably just extract. Of course, this, I was going to say that does the trick. Not quite. Let's eat it. Having him dying and replaying him is fine. Either way, we probably want to do this. This could certainly be a freeze turn. I want to freeze that. So I'm going to keep that for now. I'm freezing that for a future mitosis. Some lifesteal's fine in the meantime. I could also keep this grovel since I can't actually fit him onto the floor since I seem to be bottom decking the space prism, which is fine. I also have this if I need it. Might as well do this. I mean, also just reanimate here is going to keep me alive. This is permafrosted. I'm drawing 6, so it's not like I'm overdrawing here or anything. I think we should just keep this permafrosted. Alright, let's give you the damage shield. Put this up here for sure. No mitosis. We do want to eat this tank this turn, so I need to for sure do this. Otherwise... Oh! Totally knew that was coming. Kind of want to get rid of that. Okay. Of course, I can eat more. I may not ever be able to play this again, though. I think I should just get rid of this. I think we're scaled up plenty fine here. We'll just put that there. Alright, this guy's dying anyway, so... We got that. I think I'm still going to save these echoes, though, for that tank. Got this finally. Did I really draw every mitosis? I thought I only drew 2 of them. We're just gonna keep these in the hand. I don't know. Might as well not break that lifesteal and not take the extra corruption there. I could probably grovel this turn. Still keep that for mitosis. This probably is fine here then. Just so I can play it. Yeah, that's fine. This wave is so big that it's already at 7. It's kind of wild. Alright, you're eating that. And then you're dying. Still no mitosis, huh? We can put that in front. No harm in that. I think I like this here. Can also do that for what it's worth. Doesn't really matter that much. I'm just pushing more damage if I do that. I'll just do that. One, two, three. I could technically eat one of these. I may even need 2 here. Then I take damage, 9 damage to the pyre. Now let's see if this gets me a damaging morsel. Perfect. Alright, that saves things. Oh, I haven't played Glug Slider, right. And then we'll do this. And that. And then we'll eat you. Put that in. We should be good to go. I mean, this guy's at half health. We've got 9 stacks to reanimate. We are apparently bottom decking all 3 of these mitosises, so just goes to show that even with that abysmal draw order, we're still covered. So like things are good. We're not like on the knife's edge here of winning or losing. Well, we can eat. We actually can't eat. I'm 1 echo short here. Echo generation definitely is weak in this. So we might as well just put these up here. Not necessarily. I mean, we should get one echo down here, I guess. That way I can just kill that once. Might as well. I guess it actually still makes sense just to echo down here. Do that. Alright. And when we got our mitosis play finally. We'll just mitosis that one. And GG. Also had the option to put Glug Slider in front if that was something that I needed to do, but not really. Alright, Titan fight. Almost click skip there. It is funny that Glug Slider technically I think was the correct call, even though it's been not a good Glug Slider. Not a good situation for Glug Slider, obviously. Alright, we'll give the damage shield there. Probably actually isn't needed with the, since I start with 2 lifesteal. That was, probably would have been better served in the Glug Slider, but, or even one of these units, but it's whatever. Minor mistake. Alright, we get these up top, that's really good. I could freeze this jeweler if we wanted. I gotta play this just so I don't see it again. Shelter's not needed in this deck. I think we're more interested in just eating. I should have put that in front. Misplay. I don't need to freeze any of this, I don't think. Alright, we could do this here. We do want to play this for sure. Otherwise... do I care about proc? I think I just want to get rid of it. That reanimate will be enough to keep him alive for a long time. Alright. Looks like we're bottom decking. We don't have Umbra Stone yet. I may want to eat one of these. Looks like that survives. Get rid of that. Do we want to play Pyrelight or get an Echo here? I think we want an Echo. I may need to eat one of these if I don't get Umbra Stone. Alright. Yeah, Umbra Stone is unlikely. Of course, we only draw 1 pink card, so I can't even fucking eat him even if I wanted to. God damn, dude. This is certainly cursed, like, on a lot of levels. Do I even want this thing to die, though? Because... if I do this, I think it might live. I think this is definitely my turn where I freeze stuff. Yeah, I want to keep you alive. I'm going to do that for now. I'm going to save this combo. Alright, we get Umberstone at least. That will help a lot. Him dying here is probably fine. Might be a good chance to refresh him. If I want to keep him alive, I could put this in front though, which allows me to eat this tank, which isn't even that important now that I have the Umberstone. You know, I think keeping him alive and just not taking fire damage is the preferred thing right now though, so let's put this in the... we can put this in the back actually. I'm okay with it killing my draw. This guy in the back with a bunch of damage shield. If I can have this guy also just like survive these hits and die to the corruption, that would be ideal. But I only have one pink card total out of all of these. So that's probably just not going to happen. I mean, it's 50, 70. I would have, if I had 2 pink cards, I'd be good here. But nope, I only draw 1. I guess I could also just spike at the Legate though. Like main thing is here, I don't want any corruption on the fly. It makes my life a lot easier if there's no corruption there. So spike the League here makes sense. Might as well keep the Entumbra Assault. I do want to play this. I guess we want Echoes here. I do have this Entumbra Assault. I think Lifesteal might beat out this morsel here. I think because we're not redrawing this, I'm okay doing this. Yeah, so let's do this. This is perfect. So now... oh, okay, yep. And again, I totally knew that was going to happen. Let's put that in there. We should be good to go now. We've pretty much solidified. This doesn't kill anything, but I could kill this with it. It's probably the best turn I can get out of this. Throw that away. Just do that. Double mitosis. It's actually okay. Let's do that twice. Should have put it in front, but no biggie. That's dead. May as well eat that so that I don't get corruption on the fly. Damage shield here. Then, yeah. So I've got 3 stacks of lifesteal. I think I rather just get that for the extra attack, and this just throws away. I don't want to redraw that. All right, this will be a good Glug Cider turn. I don't think I need to frontline anything here, so... I think I want to try to kill the backline here. Fail. Either way, do that. Oh, it does die. Perfect. I don't know why. I don't know why I didn't think it would. I can actually kill that with that. Nice. Do the attack here, and throw that away, and then we're good to go. Wow, I didn't realize Dominion would die here first, but we just need one more round, and we'll kill him. The next time the savagery comes up top, he's dead. Him dying here is perfect. We still can do this, you know, for reasons. All right. Let's get a bunch of lifesteal. Maybe some of this too. And if I want, I could do that. Though I should probably do that first. Throw these away. Oh wow, he's dying big time. Alright, G. Alright, tough one. But I gotta say, that level of missing on so many things is very rare, and we still get through it. And honestly, I've had much worse runs. I think, to me, that run just shows off the power of Penumbra, if anything. Like, the only main thing we had for it was that double gorge artifact. That was certainly the best thing we found on the run. But aside from that, we didn't really... You know, we didn't find Shroud Spike. Mitosis is certainly not as good as Shroud Spike. It's, like, significantly worse, but still good enough to get there. The Wormkin aspect was, like, abysmal. The pink offerings was just hilariously bad, but that kind of even shows that Glugsider's alright, because with even with that abysmal of pink card offerings, you know, we still got pretty good value out of that Glugsider. Now imagine had we had a proper set of pink cards, or, you know, there's some cards like Mounting Echoes that just sort of make everything pink, and so I'm not saying I played perfect. You know, there's certain things I could have done. Like, I could have probably taken the Returned Soul. Might have been better than whatever I picked. I can't remember what I picked over it. I think it was just a flat damage Ancient Resonance, if I'm not mistaken. Also, the dupe of the Spike of the League was dubious. We could have saved Pyre Health had we just duped Ancient Resonance at that point. I do think, though, my future dupes of Mitosis was the correct call. That card was very much needed for me to do things. Also, obviously, the Umbra Stone was a great pickup. So, even on a shittier run, there are still some good things to be found. You're never going to find a run where just nothing good is found, right? But yeah, that was a tough run. Could have been a lot easier. particularly if Wormkin wanted to play nicer. But I gotta say, I still really like Glugsider. It provided a decent amount of value for a very poor Echoes deck. Also, just artifact-wise, like I said, the Fossilized Fangs was top tier, and the Entumbra was also pretty good, like A tier maybe for this run. But everything else, the final three, it's like, sure, the Shadowbox is cool when it happens. I don't know how necessary it was. And even the Chain of Gems, I don't know how necessary it was. And the Mandibles, I don't even know if it gave that relevant of damage. But, yeah. There's probably, who knows also, maybe you go other paths on the map and stronger stuff is found. Feel free to try it out for yourself. But, even though it was a tough run, I had fun with it. We got to use Echo the Time Father decently well. I mean, it wasn't, like, super good, but we were able to make use of it sometimes, freezing the right morsel or freezing... if we just don't have the Ember to make a good turn, but we can freeze the unused cards for a later time. It's just useful for that. Anyway, though, as always, thanks for watching, and until next time, peace.